Won't You Be My Neighbor is a famous song from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, a popular children's television show. The show, broadcast for 31 years ending in 2001, sought to teach American children the importance of kindness and understanding towards others. The idea was that strong communities need strong relationships between the people in them. But fewer and fewer Americans seem to know their neighbors, and that may be eroding America's communities. Marc Dunkelman wrote a book called The Vanishing Neighbor. In it, he examined how American communities have changed over time. Dunkelman said most Americans have 3 levels of relationships. The inner circle includes family and close friends. The middle circle is more casual relationships. People in this circle include neighbors and people in community groups. The outer circle includes people who live far away but share a common interest. Today, people in outer circles are easily found through social media and other forms of technology. In his book, Dunkelman argued that people spend most of their time and attention on the inner and outer circles. But, he said, the middle circle is necessary to strengthening local communities. Relationships with neighbors are important for debate, hearing different ideas, and finding compromise. Brad Berzer is a professor of history at Hillsdale College in Michigan. He said Americans are now more connected with national communities than with local communities. We used to think of the community good as a local thing, and now we tend to think of it as the whole country, he said. Americans used to have more middle circle relationships. Face-to-face interaction was unavoidable without cell phones or the internet. People also felt more of an obligation to join community organizations. Dunkelman argues that modern life has made middle circle relationships less important. He said globalization, education, and more women in the workforce have resulted in fewer middle circle interactions. He said the weakening of communities has led to political divisions in America. Americans now have less interaction with others who hold different political opinions. Less interaction with people who voted for the opposite party means you begin to really be alienated from people who voted for the other side, Dunkelman said. There are some good results from this change in personal interaction, however. It has become harder for hate groups like the Ku Klux Klan to organize at the local level. Doctors and health experts all over the world have been able to collaborate to deal with the coronavirus health crisis. However, Americans may be losing what it means to be a good neighbor, as Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood taught. Today, society's problems like homelessness or poverty are not seen as local problems to solve, but national problems. Doing good for a neighbor is healthy, not just for our neighbor, but for ourselves as well, Dunkelman said. Learning how to be a good citizen can be lost, he said, when we defer the problem to somebody else.